Hello guys, here's again an update for the Blender 2.8 add-on Fast-Carve. I added two new features. First, the smaller one. Let's assume you have some objects that you want to union, which you often have when you use a kit bashing approach to create a model. Then you can select all the objects and press the union button. After that you have one object. For that you can for instance add a bevel to get those nice crisp edges. The other feature is about editing the shapes in primitive mode. I activate the mode and then draw in a polyline shape. You finish it by pressing the Ctrl key and then left click. Then it is created, but perhaps it is not symmetrical and you want to change it. And with the new feature you can drag points around and adjust the shape. And this also works for the other primitives, not only for the polyline. Here I draw a circle, then reduce the number of segments. And with grid snapping enabled, I move these points to create a completely different shape. I'm in the difference mode, so it is subtracted when I press Ctrl and left click, and then I move it over here and subtract it again. I reuse the shape. Okay, for this object you can add bevels if you like, for these edges, or add a bevel for the whole object, and then I go ahead and try the rectangle primitive. I switch to orthographic top view by pressing the 7 key on the numpad, and then I draw in a rectangle primitive and complete it. And now I get the idea that I want to increase the size, and I just drag these points along the y-axis. And with this new primitive I cut again into the object. Okay, in the end I draw a rectangle on the left side, then I adjust the shape again, then cut into the model and symmetrize it. So let's see how this new feature is implemented with Python. The code is quite simple. I add a new method called setVertexMoving to the shape, which is the primitive, and it has a parameter called mousepos3d, which is the current mouse position. This can be none, and in this case the vertex moving member is also set to none. This member represents the vertex of the index that is moved. In the other case, I try to find the nearest vertex of the primitive to the mouse position. And if I found this, I store the index in the variable idx and I check if the minimal distance is less than 0.1. Magic number alert. And then I store this index in the vertex moving member. In the handle mouse move method I check if the vertex moving index is not none, if it is assigned, and if this is true I set the vertex for this index to the mouse position. In the primitive mode operator, when the left mouse button is released I set the vertex moving of the shape to none. But if the left mouse button is pressed and the shape is created, this means the user already completed the shape, then I call the method setVertexMoving with the current mouse position, and a vertex will be grabbed if it is near enough to the mouse cursor. That's the whole logic, as I said, really simple. So guys, I hope you liked this add-on and the new features. If you have questions or other ideas for new features, add these to the comments. I'm really interested in this. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And perhaps you'd like to support me as my patron, this would be great. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.